Hello, and welcome to the Paranormal Zone. Have you ever wondered what happens to a dog after they pass away? Is there a dog paradise? Is there a dog heaven? Well, we'll find out. In this episode, we're going to discover and learn about whether animals have this greater consciousness and awareness that we do not know about, and whether we can communicate with them, with their soul, after they pass away. So for all you animal lovers out there, this episode may make you understand why you just are so close with your pet. In the course of our investigation, I was introduced to someone who believes that every time you talk to an animal, he gives you positive energy. Sarah Santiago says that her dog, a 5-year-old Cocker Spaniel named Alibaba, who has a deep connection with her from her past life.
There was some disturbance in the house. Not that he come and talk to you or something. Rather you feel the energy, uncomfortable. The house is clean, everything is lovely, the sun is shining. Why do I feel heavy? So I managed to get somebody to come over and check out the place. She could be called a medium or a psychic. In passing, the healer did mention, just about the end of the conversation, just about Ali, my little fella, was actually connected to me much more in the past. Like he was a teacher. He was my teacher.
He was your teacher?
Yeah, everything I thought, I kind of bring tears to my eyes just think about it. Sorry, I didn't mean to tear up.
No
but
worries.
it's
there was something deeper with Ellie than just a owner-pet relationship.
Yeah.
Were there any incidences you would like to share whereby Ellie protected you?
There was a time that he refused to go to a lane. I was like, okay, fine, never mind. We'll go take another lane and we go back home, short walk. Next thing I know, I drove my car out and the lane that I was supposed to go in was huge and just blocked the whole.
Right.
And was ants and mess and everything.
Do you believe that an animal has a soul?
I do agree with you. I do believe that they carry themselves like a spirit, a soul, if that makes it better, from a previous life. Just to come back in our lives to teach us to more loving. Love yourself, love others.
From what I understand, from what you are telling me, that it takes an animal to teach us and show us how to be better humans. After listening to Sarah Santiago's account of the deep connection with her dog, I met up with Irene, an animal communicator who could talk to a dog, a cat, or a bird, whether they are alive or have passed on. The journey started for Irene when her beloved dog Tequila, who was very ill, told Irene that she wanted to go home. Was this the particular incident that made you say, how could I hear her?
You know, at that point in time, I knew it, but I didn't trust it. I didn't nurture it either. So it wasn't something that I paid attention to.
Right.
Even though from young I could always feel what a dog actually feels or an animal feels, I thought it was
natural?
Yeah.
Yes. Most people with a gift would think it's natural because, it's a gift for you and then within yourself.
When you grow up, you forget a lot of things. And that point in time when my dog died, before she died, she told me she wanted to come back. I didn't listen to her.
How did this inspire you to now look into nurturing this gift?
Before I even became a communicator, I did myotherapy. It's actually a muscle therapy for dogs. After I qualified, then I walked into one of these holistic shops and I saw, there's actually a communication for animals. And I thought, okay, that was just it.
According to Irene, we are all able to communicate with animals, not just our dogs, cats, or pets. What do you think?
Actually, all of us can talk to animals. It's whether you're tuned to them or not, whether you're open to them or not.
How do you establish that
More like a radio wavelength.
Okay.
You can equate it to a radio wavelength. How you connect is up to you. Trust your judgment and open your heart. Most likely when you hear things, it is usually true.
When animals communicate, Irene, is it audio, is it words, is it pictures, is it visuals, or is it just a tight feeling, or is it emotional?
It's all of the above. Animals can actually send messages. The only thing is you need to be able to be sensitive enough to actually accept it. When I do a communication with a dog that passed on, they usually show me like a field, a pasture. They don't tell me where it is, they don't tell me what it is. They'll be with other friends, other dogs, running around in this really huge field, come and go. Beyond the field, I cannot see anymore.
An animal has always just been a pet. I've never seen it deeper. So now it's kind of nice to know that there is really more to this animal in your life that meets the eye. Do animals really have a soul? After talking to Irene, I am going to meet an Indian universal healer, Paru Amma, who is an experienced energy healer and aura reader for over 20 years. She is going to tell us if animals do have auras and what do these auras reveal to us. Well, out of curiosity, I asked Paru Amma over here to do an aura reading for myself. And guess what? To behold and be true, I have some stress-related pains around this area, and now we're going to explore and do some what they call aura cleansing. Do animals also have a spectrum of colors and an aura?
With animals, they've got a lower frequency of energy. Humans have got a higher frequency, but the animals have got a lesser energy, but they do have aura.
Can you share with me some of the healing sessions you have done with animals?
Small things like, fractured bone, things like that, not feeling too well, stomach issues.
So when a dog comes to you with some fractured bones, the color of the aura would be?
For animals, it would be like orange color, pale orange, a mixture of red because they are in pain. I'm more busy with people than animals. But of course, with my own pet, I do the healing more on him.
What healings have you done with
Bobo? For him, mainly he's got more stomach issues. So I do more on the stomach area and I watch him after 10 to 15 minutes. After that, he'll be fine.
I am sure that many of you, especially the animal lovers, would like to know, where do animals go after they pass?
I believe in reincarnation a lot. So I do believe that animals do go to a place, because when we go into deeper meditation, we have got dimensions. Dimensions of devas and devis, dimensions of masters, and dimensions of souls. So I do believe there must be a dimensions for animals.
Now that we've established the fact that animals do have souls and they are spirits and you can connect with them, next we're going to talk to someone who wants to speak to their dog who has passed on. Stay tuned. At the beginning of this episode, we found out from an animal communicator, a pet owner, and an energy healer about the spiritual dimensions of animals that are alive, and when they die, they tend to go to an animal heaven, almost like a human. In this segment, we will meet witnesses of animal spirits that have returned to meet their owners for the last time. Pudli was a sweet little poodle who passed on last November of kidney failure. When she first arrived at SPCA 4 years ago, she was sad, abandoned, and abused. But she later found a good home with Nicole Tai, a full-time staff of SPCA. They spent many happy moments together, but nothing in life is permanent. Now she's concerned of little Pudli's well-being on the other side. So an animal communication session was arranged for her to talk to Pudli. It is hoped that through this session with Irene, it will bring a peaceful closure for both Nicole and her dog, Pudli.
So we rescued her from this place. She was almost strangled to death. So we went in to take her out, and basically she adopted me after that. So she's very human-like. We were so close, so it was very, very difficult to lose her.
Do you believe in animal spirits? You know what? Whether you do or you don't, I ask you to stay with me and see what happens in the session between Nicole and Irene.
She's okay now? Is she happy? Is she well?
I have to tell you, she's actually in this room. She's sitting actually at a corner of this room. She's saying to thank you, for all that you have done. She's quite happy. She misses you. She misses you a lot.
Is she angry at me? Is she upset?
No. No, she wasn't upset.
Because I made her so uncomfortable, she had to be force-fed with all the medicine. So she was having quite a hard time, I know.
She knew you tried your best, but she was ready to go. There is no anger in her, there is no frustration in her. She was just ready to go. She knew it was very, very hard for you to actually have to do what you had to do. There's one particular dog that she's really connected to. She misses that. He's like a dirty colored dog.
Oh dear, that's sad. The two had something. They had something going on.
She comes to your place in spirit form. It's just you're not ready to see her yet. She's saying, don't cry so much. It's okay. You can let go.
Will she move on somewhere or will she stay on with me?
She won't tell me. Yeah, she's showing me things like jumping in the office, running around the office.
That's her.
That's how she wants you to remember her, not the sickness. I think it's time to go. It's time for her to go.
It is hoped that Nicole had a proper closure with Pudli in the communication session facilitated by Irene. Thus, this proved that animals have a soul and they come back to bid farewell to their owners. The next investigation is about the spirit of a cat named Mani Mimi. Mani Mimi was adopted by Frederick about a year ago. A few months later, after giving birth to 4 kittens, she disappeared for 7 days. No one knew where she went. Then, 7 days later, she came home, not physically, but she took possession of one of her offsprings called Sonam.
On the first day she went missing, I had a dream of her. She was in the field. She ran quite happily in the field. I also don't know what does the dream meant. And then second day, when I woke up, I went to the curtains to open up the curtain. I had a feel of something brushing through my leg. I feel quite strange. I still have a hope that Mani Mimi is still alive. On the 7th night, I was sitting at my table doing some work. So it was around 1 a.m. Sonam was in the cage with the other siblings. So suddenly Sonam woke up. Suddenly he looked straight at the bowl, and then his paw went up and then like clutching for something. And then he meowed for a few times. So I was looking at him quite strangely. So I feel like he's looking at something. This is not his normal behavior. It seems like he's responding to something he's close to. Then I suddenly thought of Mani Mimi, because it was normally at night, Mani Mimi, he would wake up and then come to the bowl to have a drinks and also to eat. So suddenly I thought it might be Money Mimi spirit came back. Then suddenly the thought of Money Mimi passed away came to mind. Yeah. Then after that I talked to Sonam. Is it Money Mimi came back? After that I called to Pastor Yi to tell her regarding the situation. Then Pastor Yi gave some advice and also we did some prayer to Money Mimi.
Pastor Yi is a Buddhist pastor who was contacted by Frederick to offer some spiritual guidance as to what was happening to his cats.
那我觉得这个个案有点特别，就是说可能说起来有点悬。那我觉得可能是因为他带着佛牌的关系，那可能是因为这边就是我们所谓的就是护法，然后引领他回来，然后降生在这个他的孩子身上，然后这个孩子。据我就是从飞队的口中知道呢，就是说他这个母猫跟这个儿子的感情是非常的密切的，那是有可能的。
We stand beside the bowl and look at the empty space near the bowl. I was stunned. The feeling of that Money Mimi passed away was even stronger. Then after that, feeling of taking possession started when Sonam started looking at the other room. Then after that, I let him into the room by running around. Then after that, I tried to call him out, Sonam, Sonam, then come out. He did not respond. Because normally it was his mother, Sonam's mother, Money Mimi, used to go in. Because he always like to jump out from the room through the window. So I tried to call the other name, oh, Money Mimi, Money Mimi, Money Mimi. Then strangely, he responded and came out quietly. Came out and then stroked him, and then I hugged him, and then the feeling of Money Mimi is with Sonam is quite strong.
他这个个案呢，就更显著的就是说呢，因为他本身啊，就是他去世的时候，这是母猫去世的时候，他留下了就是还有4只，就是还很小的小猫，所以可能他也是说，一方面呢，他来向主人就是 say goodbye， 然后另外一方面呢，他也是要来看一看他的这小孩子，然后他才安心的离开。
After he came, we did the prayers. Then I hugged Sonam, which is where Money Mimi possessed Sonam. Then I asked Sonam to let go. So right after I tell him to let go, Sonam, he like struggled. Money Mimi passed away, seems like he was being killed or being harmed by someone. I asked her to let go, forgive the person who did this to you, to let go and then follow protector. Then after that, calm down. Then after that, he went to the 3 other kittens and to bid farewell.
我相信动物其实就算它去世的时候，它是有那个就是我们所谓的就是佛教所说的就是心事。
After the prayers at the 8 days, everything seems quiet. Even the 4 kittens, all of them becomes more peaceful. Their behavior not that erratic as the first 7 days. Once before Money Mimi missing. So even myself, I feel that he already went to the good place, had a good birth.
Is Money Mimi in a good place now? Whether she is or not, to Frederick and all other animal lovers, having a deeper spiritual understanding of the afterlife of these sentient beings is a relief for them, and perhaps it offers comfort to their loss.
So now that you understand that animals are really much more than just something you take home, play with it like the seasons and put it away. They feel, they know, they sense. And most of all, they come back to you with a purpose. It's not an accident that a particular dog or a cat comes to you. Like I always say, what you see may not be real, and what is real, you may not see.